a great performance in the end.
Katie, you look towards the future now as well. Just talk to me about that fight at Croke Park, we've spoken about so much. How much of a career highlight could that be for you? How much does it excite you?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's the only thing that would actually top what happened in Madison Square Garden a few months ago. It was a big homecoming fight in Croke Park, 80,000 people. You know, that's such a special event, and probably the biggest event in Irish sport history, and that would be a dream for me. And I still haven't fought as a professional back home, so to actually make my homecoming fight in the biggest stadium in Ireland, 80,000 people, that'll be a special event.
Final one from me, Katie. Does it have to be Amanda Serrano?
I think that's probably still the biggest fight out there. I think it's the biggest fight out there in women's boxing still. You know, the first fight was phenomenal. Can you imagine how big the second fight would be? It's I think everyone wants to see that rematch, and I think that will be a dream fight in Croke Park, my dream fight in my dream venue, and that will be very, very special.
Okay, congratulations and enjoy this victory.
Yeah, thanks a lot. Cheers.
Hope Ellen behind the gloves. Katie Taylor, a lot of people have been talking this week about when will you retire. If you have that fight at your dream destination with that dream opponent, could that be the time that you then retire?
No.
No?
No, I'm not thinking about retirement yet. I think everybody else is thinking of retirement for me, but I still feel very fresh, and still love my sport, and I mean, I don't know why everyone wants me to retire, but but yeah, I'm not thinking of it.
And how much pressure comes with being such an iconic individual? You are an idol in boxing.
Well, I don't really, see myself as an icon. I'm just another boxer, another athlete like everybody else, and I'm just stepping into the ring like everybody else. It's every time you step into the ring, it's a 50-50 fight, and there's always a bit of pressure going into these fights, but pressure is a privilege, and I love being in it's such a privilege to be in this position, as a boxer, to be at the very, very top, and I just want to make sure that I stay at the top for a very long time.
Congratulations, Katie.
Yeah,
Katie, just one thing quickly. I know it was said in the ring afterwards, just the fact that you boxed here in 2016 and you come back here with all of the belts at lightweight. I know you've always had massive self-belief, but is it something that you kind of even have to pinch yourself about, the fact that you've returned 6 years later, kind of at the pinnacle of the sport?
Yeah, I mean, it's been an amazing 6 years so far, an amazing journey. I remember the ring walk for my debut so well, the excitement that I felt actually at the start of my pro career, and here we are a few years later carrying all the belts in the ring with us, so it's just this is exactly what I want, and yeah, just an amazing few years.
In terms of importance for you, is it belts or fights as we kind of go forward from here?
I think both. I obviously want to be involved in the biggest fights possible, but I think it's important to hold on to all the belts as well. I've worked hard for those belts, and I want to be world champion, I want to be undisputed champion, and I want to be regarded as the best, and I also want to be involved in these legacy building fights, the biggest fights possible. So yeah. I
remember there was a time where people were kind of obsessed with throwing out them cross fights, maybe MMA fighters coming over and things like that. Is that something that interests you? Because obviously they are big, but from a boxing standpoint, I suppose it's boxers that would kind of interest boxing fans more.
Yeah, I mean, I'm very ready, I'm willing and ready to step in the ring with anyone. If that fight, if a crossover fighter makes sense, I'd be very, very happy to step in the ring with those girls. There's obviously talks of Holly Holm stepping in. She obviously has come from a boxing background, but I think still the biggest fight out there is obviously the likes of Amanda Serrano.
Yeah, Katie, thank you for giving me time. Cheers.
Katie,
a couple more guys.
Katie, from Olympic gold medals to undisputed, it seems like you've done it all, but you don't seem to want to retire just yet. What more would you like to tick off from your box of to-do list in this boxing sport?
I just want to be involved in the biggest fights possible. I want to be involved in these big nights still. I'm still as passionate about my sport today as I ever was, really. So once I lose that passion, and once I stop enjoying my sport, that's the time when I know I have to hang up the gloves. But right now I'm still not sick of getting up in the morning and then doing those early morning runs and then doing the sparring sessions. I love my sport.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how much are you enjoying the sport right now?
11.
Katie, we've just got time for one more guys.
Sorry, Katie, quick one from me. Obviously, you know, when you started boxing, did you ever foresee a future in which you've achieved as much as you have today?
I don't think I would have expected this, to be honest. The first time I was sitting with Eddie Hearn in his office 6 years ago, the headline in Madison Square Garden to possibly headline a huge Crow Park. I think this is just incredible, it's unbelievable. Yeah, I'm just so grateful. I think my whole career has been a testimony of the goodness and faithfulness of God over my life, really, and I'm just so grateful.
And if you had a message for, you know, young female boxers coming up at the moment, what would that message be?
Yeah, just go for it and make sure that nobody outworks in the gym. Make sure you enjoy your sport and you know, get a good team of people around you, a good coach. But most importantly, just enjoy it and make sure that nobody outworks you.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, everyone.
Katie, very quickly for IrishBoxing.com, Sam's my name.
Yeah.
Obviously in Ireland you're an absolute superstar icon, and it's a privilege even for me to speak to you right now. What does that mean to you? You know, I'm sure you feel it, the support and the love from people back home, and you're such a sporting icon and such an icon in general. What does that mean to you, if you can put it into words?
I mean, I find those comments so humbling. I don't see myself really as an icon. I'm just a normal athlete like everybody else. But it is great to be in a position where I can have an influence, I suppose, on the next generation of fighters, and even looking at the current crop of female fighters we have in the country, it's phenomenal. Looking at those girls coming back with gold medals and the European Championships, the World Championships, Olympic Games, that to me is just absolutely incredible. I think that's probably the most satisfying part about this.
Are you proud of kind of leading the way for those fighters who've come behind you now, the likes of Amy and Kelly and Aoife, who all won gold at the Europeans just recently?
Yeah, that's just incredible. I think when I was competing in those kind of competitions, I felt like I was the only kind of girl coming back up with these medals, but we're seeing a whole group of female fighters now who are consistently, you know, coming back up with gold medals. So I think we have probably one of the best and most dominant teams in the world right now, and it's incredible. I feel like we're like the Cuban national team that was years ago. We're
absolutely,
you know, dominating competitions, and it's amazing to see, and the talent coming up is absolutely incredible.
It is
amazing.
Thanks very much, Katie.
It's
a pleasure.
Thanks so much.
Thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed the video, please hit like. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any future content, and why not check out any other videos on the channel. You can follow Women's Fight News on Twitter, Instagram and Facebook.